Welcome to This Explainer. If you've been on the hunt for your next big career leap in automotive technology, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're totally decoding the precise recruitment profile for Aptiv's Senior Validation Engineer role, specifically based out of their Chennai location. So what we're going to do together over the next few minutes is take their official requirements and build out your ultimate interview study guide. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what the hiring managers are looking for, both on paper and in your mindset.
All right, let's take a quick look at our playbook for today. We've got 1. Inside Aptiv's mission, 2. Role and core responsibilities, 3. The essential technical toolkit, 4. Traits of a winning candidate, 5. Interview prep and FAQs, and 6. Why join the team.
Kicking things off with Section 1, Inside Aptiv's mission.
Okay, so before we dive into the nitty-gritty technical requirements, we really need to understand the scale of the company you're applying to. Just look at this number, 160,000. Aptiv is a massive global technology powerhouse. They're headquartered over in Dublin, Ireland, but they've got 160,000 employees operating across 44 different countries. That includes 14 technical centers, a bunch of manufacturing sites, and customer support hubs literally all over the globe. So when you apply for a role here, you aren't just joining a local office, right? You're tapping into this vast, interconnected network of global talent. And this quote right here brilliantly illustrates their core mission. Aptiv is completely dedicated to developing safer, greener, and more connected mobility solutions. They are quite literally trying to bring the next generation of autonomous vehicles, smart cities, and connectivity to life. Now, specifically for this role, you'd be working at the Aptiv Connection Systems Chennai Engineering Center. Established back in 2001, this specific center is absolutely crucial because it caters to complete product development solutions. We're talking right from the initial concept design all the way through to validation testing for global OEMs. You'd be right at the heart of making these future technologies safe and functional.
Moving right along to Section 2, Role and Core Responsibilities.
So what's your day-to-day actually going to look like when you sit down at your desk? Well, as a senior validation engineer, your primary responsibility is going to revolve around automotive software testing. Specifically, you need strong experience in both white box testing, where you're actually looking at the internal structures and logic of the software, and black box testing, where you're testing the functionality without peering into the internal workings. You'll be using these techniques to conduct really rigorous unit tests, integration tests, and full software system tests. And it's more than just running tests. You're expected to actively develop and build the software testing environment itself.
To succeed here, you absolutely must be highly familiar with this exact chronological testing process. First, requirements analysis, understanding exactly what the software needs to achieve. Second, developing a comprehensive test plan. Third, formulating the test strategy. And finally, creating the formal test documents. If you snag an interview, be prepared to walk the hiring manager through a time you successfully executed each of these 4 steps sequentially in a past project.
Next up, Section 3, the Essential Technical Toolkit.
You might want to take a mental screenshot of this slide right now, because this table is your ultimate interview prep checklist. Under Software Test Tools, you need to show proficiency in Tessy, VectorCast, and CANoe. Under communication protocols, you've got to be deeply familiar with CAN and LIN bus systems. I mean, those are the absolute lifeblood of in-vehicle networking. And under standards, you need to know UDS 1429, the Unified Diagnostic Services Standard. To truly prep for this, you need to master complete infotainment modules. We're talking radio, multimedia, Bluetooth, navigation, telematics, CAN, UDS, and diagnostics. Actually, if you're looking for a rock-solid resource to master all this, the Cosmic Latte Learning Hub offers highly recommended, job-oriented training that covers all of these exact infotainment modules end-to-end. It's a fantastic way to get yourself totally interview-ready.
Now, what if you want a massive edge over the other applicants? Well, here it is. Brushing up on your CAPE IAL language abilities is your secret weapon. The recruitment profile explicitly notes that competence in CAPL, which is the communication access programming language used heavily in vector tools like CANoe, is a huge plus. It is the perfect way to show you bring immediate, specialized value to their testing environments.
Let's pivot to Section 4, Traits of a Winning Candidate. Because it's not just about the code, right? Aptiv is looking for a very specific mindset. They want a curious engineer who acts with urgency to meet organizational objectives. They want someone who leads and demonstrates by example. You also need to be an incredibly effective communicator, and this is key. You'll be actively collaborating with both hardware and system teams, both internally and externally. They're looking for high ownership, a drive to win as a team, and strong problem-solving capabilities paired with a continuous growth mindset. My advice? Have specific anecdotes ready for your interview that highlight a time you worked with urgency, collaborated across hardware and software teams, and pushed through a complex problem by learning something totally new.
All right, getting into Section 5, Interview Prep and FAQs. Let's translate everything we've covered into a rapid-fire FAQ session. First up, you're probably asking yourself if your educational and professional background is even the right fit for this senior-level position. It's a totally valid question before you invest a ton of time prepping.
Well, here is the hard baseline requirement. You're going to need a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering or electronics and communication engineering. And because this is a senior role, that degree needs to be backed up by a substantial 7 to 10 years of relevant industry experience.
Okay, next question. When you're in the hot seat and the interviewer asks about your day-to-day background, what specific areas of testing should you emphasize to prove you're the one for the job?
Remember what we saw on the responsibilities slide earlier? You really got to clearly articulate your hands-on experience across these 5 specific testing domains within automotive electronics. Don't just tell them you test software. Explain how you approach white box versus black box testing. Give them real-world examples of how you've handled unit integration and full software system tests. Be ready to explain how you've applied these exact methods to complex infotainment modules like Bluetooth or navigation over your past 7 to 10 years of work.
And of course, technical interviews in the automotive sector are going to grill you on your protocol knowledge. It's unavoidable. So what exactly do you need to brush up on?
Make sure you can confidently and clearly discuss the intricacies of CAN and LIN bus communications, as well as the UDS 14229 diagnostic standard. If you can speak to troubleshooting these protocols within telematics and radio modules and ideally show off a little bit of that CAPL knowledge, you are going to be in incredible shape.
Finally, Section 6. Why join the team?
I mean, what's in it for you, right? Why bring your decade of expertise to Aptiv? Beyond just competitive compensation and bonus opportunities, they offer comprehensive health benefits. But honestly, for a highly curious engineer, the real draw is the dedicated learning and development environment. It's the opportunities for innovation recognition and the chance to collaborate daily with global talent across those 44 different countries. Aptiv provides this robust support system designed to reward your innovation and connect you with some of the absolute brightest minds in the mobility sector globally.
Hey, real quick, if you found this structured playbook helpful for your job prep, hit that subscribe button right now. Your subscription really helps our channel grow and ensures we can keep delivering these deep dive explainers and career guides for top engineering roles. Subscribe so you never miss an update.
So, let's bring it all home. You now have the playbook. You know the exact testing tools. You know the specific communication protocols, and you understand the massive global mission of the company. The only question left is this: are you ready? With your background and this study guide in hand, how will you step into the Chennai Engineering Center and drive the next generation of autonomous vehicles forward? Good luck with your preparation and go ace that interview.